Hey everybody, I'm TecToss and welcome to the start of a new series of Endless Legend Guardians. Yeah, I finally figured out I don't own the expansion yet, so I bought it. And lucky me as usual, I stumbled into the Steam summer sale and got it 25% off, though I would have paid the full 10 bucks because the expansion, from what I've seen through my Draken playthrough, is actually just hitting the nail on the head. Some expansions just add stuff, but Guardians actually adds the endgame content and the possibility to specialize your cities and your empire more, and that's just what Endless Legend needed. They already had the basics for it, now they offer more, and I'm hoping they're gonna release another expansion to kind of round it up and put a little bit more endgame content in it, but Guardians just made the game a lot better. So I'm gladly paying 10 bucks for that. Anyway, enough banter and blabbing, let's get into it. And as you can see, it's been requested, probably, I'm not sure, I think it's been requested on my first Endless Legend playthrough ever. Didn't get many comments on that, but one of the comments was, hey, I like your playthroughs, why don't you play the Cultists? And I despised them ever since. Cause just look at this thing. Who wants to play as a statue with the candles on his shoulders? But you guys kept requesting it through every playthrough I did. And some of you really nicely, and some of you are long-time viewers, so I really don't want to disappoint. So here it is, the Cultist playthrough. I won't guarantee as to the level of skill that I can display playing these weird guys, but I've read a little bit around and I looked through their lore, and should I admit it, I'm starting to actually get curious. I'm actually kind of tiny bit excited for the playthrough. Not yet, but maybe in the first turns the juices will start flowing. I also disabled the score victory. It's something that's always on the back of my mind, like when the AI keeps soaring up in points, and I just don't want to have that hassle anymore. I left all the other victory conditions on, but the score is just, I don't know, if the AI just keeps building military units and just runs away in score, and you actually have a win condition that you could achieve, and you're just gonna lose the game by default. So I think the other ones are just fair game. Everybody can achieve them if they specialize towards one of the conditions, but the score is just, against the AI, is really hard to get that. Oh, and also, if you're planning to plan along, the other way around, if you're planning to play along, I highly recommend put your speed scale factor on fast. It won't take anything away, but it will make your battles a lot more, for lack of a better word, tolerable. Because your units on normal speed, they just waddle like toads. You really don't want to have that. It's fun for the first 3 or 4 battles, and then after number 20 it gets on your nerves. As for world settings, yeah, pretty regular stuff, I'd say. I put 80% landmass there, random number of continents, don't care how many. Don't want islands, really small islands. I want normal sized regions. They can be chaotic, I changed that. Regular continent spread, so we actually get, you know, like a... So it actually makes sense. We don't have like a huge sea between the continents and then somebody gets a big advantage. And yeah, the other stuff I pretty much left as it is. So that are the settings going into it. Cultists kind of feel blue to me, so they're gonna get blue. And who do we want to play against? Last playthrough featured Draken, Ardenmage, Necrophages, right? I could, like, I'm not even sure if I put the Vaulters and the Wild Walkers and the Rowan clans in there. I'm just gonna, I don't know. It feels like I would be fucked with a pineapple on that. So especially Wild Walkers, something I just, it's no fun for me to play against them when they're the AI. So I'm gonna leave them out. As for the, I don't know, the Rowan clans are just, well, let's just get them. And as usual, they're the pink race because they can't declare wars, so That's what you get for that. And now it's just a question between... Oh, actually we could play against the Draken. Give them the royal violet color. I don't know, the Royal Clans just seem too boring for me. Let's... We put in there necrophages are fun, though they usually don't do well as an AI. The Ardent Mages do pretty well. Broken Lords are so-so. Let's give them another shot. Though then the Broken Lords are the royalty and the Draken need the red. How about this? Looks like a good setup, right? All three are very strong races, possibly. The Broken Lords are a little bit of a wild card. The Draken usually perform very well and very hard to deal with. Walters as well. Yeah, looking good. Alrighty, let's get this party started. And I never saw the... Wow, pretty cool artwork, I gotta say. I never actually saw the Cultists Intro, so I wanna watch that and let you guys enjoy it as well. So I'm gonna shut up now and let the video load. Any second now. There we go.
The Endless broke us when they broke themselves. Now we are few, and many that remain are of little use. Yet our purpose still drives us. Even death cannot be allowed to stop us. We must find new converts, new servants, who will help us fulfill the great oaths we took so long ago. They will not only be our hands and our eyes, they will be the sword and the shield of our armies that will bring the eternal end. First upon Origa, and then across the universe.
That did not explain much. And we already, of course, see the Draken, because that's their special power. They get diplomatic relations with everybody right at the start of the game. Now, let's take a look around what we started with. Oh, hello there. Wizard Stone is a pretty good first tile, though I'm not sure if we might actually go settle here first. But as usual, let's take a look around first. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because, okay, so here we got Black Earth that will give us 9 food. And we already, if we zoom out, by the way, a new addition, you could... It's a bit hard, but you can see the anomalies. You can see it clearly on grassland tiles or tundra tiles or whatever. You get this little black tree icon that shows you an anomaly. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anomalies in our immediate reach. So that's a pretty decent start, I'd say. Just need to... Really? The Erix. Alright. That's not such a good start. I would... Of course, it would be a bit much if we actually also get the, for example, Kasanji to be our simulated faction. So we could get a starting city if we put it here. That actually has 3 anomalies surrounding it. And that would end up being 42 output with 14 production. Here we get 9 production. This tile here is... I don't know. This here just seems like the spot to be in. 14 production is pretty sick. But it will take 2 turns to actually reach it. I could settle right on top of this, lose 1 production and 2 science. But... yeah, that would actually be not too bad. Though, how would we continue this city then? That's a bit of a problem. That would be a bit of a problem. Because I do want to eventually get that black earth in range as well. So if we start here, we could just triangle up, like build our first district here, and then go like this. And from there extend towards the Wizardry Stone. I kind of like that idea, because I don't want to lose one turn of income. We're going to get 2 more science and 1 more production out of settling. Oh, and 2 more food as well. But we're going to lose an entire turn of 40 or so Fidzi. So I think it's better to settle here and then expand to this here. So let's do that. And I should have researched the ruins, but I'm just not sure if that actually would take away 1 movement point. I think it will, and then I can't even settle here, so. Alright, now we're growing in 2 turns, growing in 3 turns. Now I want to grow faster and put the Founders Memorial. Yeah. Let's do it like so. The only sad part is, so far I only see titanium as our strategic resource and nothing else, so that is not that great. Now let's take a look at the research, and being the cultists, being they just have a weird way to start. Now you get the language square, which obviously is pretty important because you can assimilate these minor faction villages, and they actually give you additional production and spawn units for you, because that's the way the cultists get their military strength, is they just how you call that? They just oppress these smaller villages and then gain their strength, so to speak. So language square is handy, just not that early on, because we don't really have the influence to suppress anybody anyway. Now, how do we go on? I think no matter who you play, because there's no real influence boost on, except for the sewer system, on the first tech tree, I think no matter who you play as, you want to get the mill foundry, so you get your production up ASAP, so this can snowball. You want to get the cultivation, so you can get the seed storage, pretty much the same logic applying here. And you want to get the public library, so you have your basic empire building tools available to you, and that being science output, production output, and food output. So that's like my start anyway, and then from there we'll have to decide, depending on the terrain that surrounds us, how we want to continue. Actually, I'm usually skipping the level 1 weapons, because I never found an argument to take the level 1 over the level 2. You just can't rush well enough in this game to actually make it worthwhile, I think. Maybe if you have, like, there's a way to play the Broken Lords that revolves around rushing your enemies, and they start with armor level 1, I think. So you could just get armor level 2, the weapons level 1 as well, and make your rush a little bit stronger. But then where are you going to take the strategic resources from? It's just, you just don't have enough stuff early on that you could actually make a rush worthwhile. Now the cultists are amazing city commanders, pretty much the best heroes you can get for your cities. So I'm gonna try and level this guy a little bit by running around and getting some ruins, but I want to put him on my city ASAP, because already his level 1 skill, Impassionate Preacher, will give you +1 on your entire Fidzi per population you get. And it just gets better from there. You get 15% science, you get 15% influence, you get 15% dust. Here you have the inspirational leader for more of that stuff. You have the cold operator. Pretty much this entire tree here is useful. And yeah, then you even get, inside his faction tree, you even get attack and defense bonus on your unit, so you don't have to level up his class tree over there. Really, really good heroes for city managers and city commanders. And of course we also get the influence boost. So he's gonna go on the city and manage it as soon as I can afford it. Outside of that, not much to do. So let us actually end the first turn. It took long enough, right? But it's just the way it has to be in these games. You have to be sure of how to start. And there we go. We have to convert 2 minor faction villages into the cult. And we get 15 gold for that. Now that's one big advantage the cultists have, that firing boosters will always cost you only 10 of the various booster, because you only have one city. So, and for those of you reading the lore, I'm gonna scroll it down so you can actually get to it. And we're gonna start with 2 minor factions, obviously, because we're gonna need them converted ASAP. Anyway, I just wanna see what this region has to offer. And it has to offer 2 ruins. That's already a nice start. Within 5 turns, search for a relic at the unspoiled ruins illuminated by rays of dust. Where is that? Alright, alright. I might go there. That's fine. Let's just use the preacher and look around a bit. Or maybe I won't go there, because I can't cross the water. Huh. Yeah, so much for that plan. So the only way I can go is down. And I'll just try and get my hero here, and we'll actually pass by this village. One thing, I know Amplitude Studios won't watch the game, and one thing I've been complaining since the game's been released, and probably nobody listens, but I want to whine about it just once. Please add in the freaking ability for me to queue up waypoints. I want to go here and then go here. I don't want you to intelligently determine the fastest route. I don't want that. I want to pick my own route, and it will go here and then here. But the game won't let you do it. So that is really annoying me to no end, because I'm used to that from all other games I play. And it's hard to break that habit, actually. Anyway, so nothing in the first turn. We got a quest that we can't solve, because there's water between us and the island where the quest target is on. And Mill Foundry we're gonna get in 2 turns, so we have to better get that city growing. Ah, there we go. That's nice. And we already can build our first district. And as the cultist, you can build 1 additional district. So usually you get, like, you can build 1 district per 2 population. But as the cultist, you get 1 on top of that. It's not as great as the necrophage bonus, where you get 1 district per 1 population. But it's better than nothing. And we need 23 influence to actually convert those guys. But maybe they have a good quest for us. Or maybe they don't. Alright. So we should locate the Ursus village and destroy it. And not really sure if we will be able to do that. Didn't even see an Ursus village just yet. Oops. And yeah. What's that? Another ruin? Alright. I'm just gonna, like, scout the way with this preacher, but I'm not gonna take the ruins. That's left for my hero to do. These 2 preachers are just gonna run around and scout the surrounding lands, so we can see who's living there and see what's going on. And we're already, well, we're decent. We're up there in points. It's okay. Right. So let's have you get the ruins. Where's that Ursus village? Ursus, oh Ursus, where are thou? Alright, so we got a coastline up here as well. Would be actually kind of nice if we got coastline all around us. That would make it a little bit easier to do the scouting and the management of the villages we got surrounding us. So now I'll just queue up this district, and as I said earlier, well, Don't do it that fast. This here probably is going to be the best spot for it, because we get the 5 additional food. Actually, we get 7 additional food, and I don't think there's any spot. We could triangle up this way, though, and with the next district get 9 food, but I think my original plan is a better mixture of food and production. So I'm gonna go for this tile here, just to get that exotics. There you have it. That's the first and last time I'm gonna try pronouncing that weird name for an anomaly. So yeah, I'm just gonna queue it up. So the production that won't be used on the Founders Memorial will go into the Borough Street already. And then we're gonna put the mill foundry in between and get that first once it's researched next turn. Yep, looking good. So that's our start. First 4 turns, we got a okay city location, I would say. Just a little starved in terms of resources, strategic resources that is. But that should be okay. Maybe we can find some glass steel, because the region seems to extend a bit down here, maybe like so, we'll see. And sadly, the minor faction we got here is pretty useless for the cultists, and you only get that 1 chance at a good minor faction to assimilate. But hey, what you're gonna do, right? That's the start, and we're gonna live with it and deal with it and see where it takes us. And it takes us to the end of the episode, and this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did or didn't, remember it's the first video in a series, so give me a chance to improve upon the way I play, and just put some comments and let me know what strategies you usually play as the cultists, what mistakes I already made in these 20 minutes, and just in general give me your input. I would love to learn what you want to see, how you want me to play, how you play, what's working for the cultists, all that stuff. And especially let me know if you want an extensive coverage of the new Guardians mechanics, like if you want to know what these quests here are and all that stuff, or if maybe I put that in a separate video and cover it even more detailed. Maybe we play through half of this and then I sum up my experience. I'm undecided yet, and this being the first video in the series, you actually get a chance to give me your input, and I get a chance to, consider it. Also, don't be shy, there's a like button. Click it, it won't hurt. What else? Oh yeah, have a wonderful day and see you around for the next episode. Until then, goodbye.